Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. Now the Kartik is done. So somehow this whole month have just passed. Actually, this month has passed without even, we even realizing. This is how our life is also going to go. So we are thinking that, oh yeah, we have few more time, some more years coming. But it'll go just like that. That's it. This is the reality. And again, as I am saying, every individual, every jiva has to go alone. I don't know how many of us really realize that particular situation where this is going to happen. Even when Krishna was calling the gopis for the rasa dance, they did not go in groups. They did not go. Did they? No. He called everyone by name. And every gopi heard. And every gopi really, came alone. So every gopi came alone. This is very important. In fact, they came with no return ticket. You see, we have to understand all these things. No return ticket. That's it. And we are on ourselves. Only one seater. Only one seater. So, but here in this world, we are thinking that, oh yeah, everything is, all the relatives, relations are going to stay, and we somehow getting fooled. This is the effect of the Maya that we are running into. Anyway, so again, how many more these Kartik we are going to see? We don't know. We don't know. But anyway, whatever we have really done to our best, that is going to add to our Sukruti and our spiritual progress. So with that, Vandeham Sri Gurovaram Sri Rupanuga Pravaram Brajarasarasikam Shanarayanam Tam Prapannam Sri Guru Charanam Vande Ramana Prestaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktidam Char Krupamurti Narayanam Seva Kunje Braje Ramye Govardhano Girau Sada Radha Kunde Rasanande Tadat Seva Pradayakam Gurum Narayanakyam Tam Vande Vinoda Preshtakam Yat Padasmiti Matrena Damodara Prasidati Narayanam Prabhum Vande Karuna Gana Vigraham Ragamarga Bhaktim Tattva Tarayati Tribhuvanam Gaurahari Param Presta Nityananda Abhinnakam Sri Gauranarayana Bhakta Bandhava Priya Sevakam Narayanam Gurum Vande Sharanyam Bhakta Bandhavam Gauramano Bhishtam Purnam Radha Dasyam Pradayakam Gauramano Bhishtam Purnam Radha Dasyam Pradayakam Rupanugacharya Varyam Rupamanjari Preshtakam Padita Bhavana Bandhava Yugacharya Narayanam Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Sakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Actually, last week we were actually covering this sloka, but we could not really complete all the way fully. So we are just stuck with that. But anyway, here one important thing that we see here from this sloka, that the last sloka that we did last week, last class, was O Damodar, O Vishnu, O Lord beyond imagination. He's asking something. Glance me and grace with your kind vision. So here we are just going a little deeper, even though I didn't want to go there, but it happened. So we are asking something. Is there favor for us? This is a big question. So different devotees take this in different levels. So, and also if we follow that, pitiful soul is sunken in worldly tie. So we are basically entangled so deeply into Maya, and unless you shower mercy like rainfall from the sky, I have no way of actually getting out of it. So here in this sloka, it is not the highest yet. Remember, he started with Namami Swaram, which is basically awe and reverence. But now slowly that has been increasing, and now this is the point where he is asking for some favor. For favor too, for bhakti. So that he can really get the vision, kind vision. So he is asking for a vision only. So he already neglected, I don't want moksha, and also he said, I don't want these Navavidha Bhakti also. So he said, I don't want any of those, and I want only vision. But now something getting added saying that because you need to grace me. So this is one level. This is not the ultimate level though. Okay, so we are going to see today in two more, and this is the seventh one which we will be talking today, because we will try to finish whatever we can today, 7 and 8. Kuberatmajau bhata murtyaiva yatva tvaya mochitau bhakti bhajau krutau cha tada prema bhaktim swakame prayacha namokshe graho mesti damodareha. Actually, in the book that is actually written by Gurudev, and this has the purport from Sanatana Goswami, and also he has added more. So our Gurudev's addition is much more. And here he has finally given an appendix at the end. That appendix is amazing. That is exactly what he was actually reading to Bhakti Pranjana Kesava Goswami, Param Gurudev, and he went into these Ashtasakya Bhava, ecstatic emotions, and he was crying and crying and crying. That same thing is there as the last one. But anyway, this Sunday I am planning to get back to, because one after another all the holy days came, and then we did the Gopashtami. But now this particular Sunday, and also probably the Sunday that I will be leaving that day morning, by 2 sessions we should be able to do the Damodara Leela. So that is going to include this anyway. So anyway, so being said, let us get into the verse detail. So Kubera Atmajau. the two sons of Kuvera, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, they were actually the sons of Kuvera. Kuvera, but they really got so spoiled because they were actually so intoxicated by the pleasure of these Swargalokas and all those higher planetary systems. So that was the reason they really got spoiled. So now you can understand. Even in the higher lokas, if one is really getting intoxicated with enjoying, self-enjoying, they get spoiled. So that means we have to ask ourselves, in my life, if I am getting lot of this kind of enjoyment, then I am going to be spoiled. Very, very easy to understand. Those who really are rich, very rich, they will not come to temple. If at all they come to temple, they want to give the money and they get their name and fame. That is the reason they come. They also announce that so and so this is I contributed this money. So that's the reason they come, because there is no devotion. They just want to write off because out of the tax. So anything that always the material enjoyment is always a problem. So Nalakuvera and Manigriva are one of the examples actually. Anyway, so he says Kuvera Atmajo. So basically the two sons of Kuvera were actually liberated because of the mercy of Narada Muni. Mercy of Narada Muni. Krishna comes only second. Anyway, Bhatta Murtya means... Hello? Okay. Bhatta Murtya means by the divine form. Divine form means that is Vigraha, which was bound. Eva is certainly Yatvat just as Tvaya by you, Mochitav delivered both of them. Because they were cursed by Narada Muni. They were cursed by Narada Muni to be born as two trees, two Arjuna trees. That was that curse was actually a blessing. If he was not cursed by Narada Muni, then they would have gone really, nothing good would have happened. They will keep on enjoying like this and then spoiled. So Narada Muni saw that and then he cursed, so that that curse actually came to be a big blessing. And you know where they really went finally? They really became, because when Damodara, when he really pulled those the grinding mortar, then between the two Arjuna trees. So when the Arjuna trees fell down, these two beings, Nalakuvara and Manigriva, both really caught the original form, and they were given the abode of Goloka. Actually, they are still singing the glories of Krishna. And he used to also appear in the later stage. He used to appear in the court of Nanda Baba in Nandagaon, and he used to sing the glories of all the leelas of Sri Krishna there also. So it is something intricate. So they were really so blessed with because of Narada Muni's cursing. So that is why when we are actually beaten up or scolded by Gurudev, or for whatever the reason that if they are chastising, it is the best thing that we can think of. So here we see that. So now anyway, so these Nalakuvara and Manigriva got very high position. And Bhakti Bhajo, both recipients of Bhakti, because they got Bhakti. Because Krishna bestowed Bhakti, because of the Bhakti only they were all now singing the glories of all the glories and pastimes of Krishna in Goloka. Okay? Anyway, so that is nutshell of this particular one. And meanwhile, let me go to this mode. All right. O Damodara, even though you were bound with a rope to the grinding mortar by your mother, you set the two sons of Kuvera, that is Nalakuvera and Manikriva free from Sri Narada's curse that they live as twin Arjuna trees, and then got liberation and enabled them to become recipients of the highest possible attainment, bhakti. See, that is the thing. So what Krishna gave is not moksha, even though for the externally people are thinking, oh yeah, this is Kuvera's son's moksha. They really talk about that. But actually what happened was Krishna instilled bhakti on the in the hearts of Nalakuvara and Manikriva. This is what the real attainment. That's one highest possible attainment is bhakti. In the same way, please profusely bestow upon me prema bhakti for you. I long for this alone. I do not want any other kind of liberation. But this was the one that we were, again in the last verse, we were just going deeper. Actually, even attaining, that means asking for prema bhakti should not come into our this thing. That is a thing which is, okay, because prema bhakti is not something that you really get and then because of that you really want to make Krishna happy. Don't even think about that. That is not how, because that means there is a condition that we are putting. Oh, we get prema bhakti so that I can actually serve you. No. Completely pure form, very difficult to understand. Pure form of devotion is only to really make Krishna happy. You don't even ask about prema bhakti. This is very high, very difficult to understand. But again, there is nothing wrong in asking, yes, I want prema bhakti. But higher than that is what I was talking about. Anyway, so now I am going to go straight away to our Gurudev's, the description here. There you go. So in the previous verse, Satyavrata Muni performed Nama Sankirtana with a melted heart. By the potency of Nama Sankirtana, he received direct darshana of his worshipable Damodara for just a moment. It is as if Sri Krishna said to him, O sage, I am pleased with you, requesting anything you wish. You request anything that you wish. And Satyavrata Muni now says, even though you were yourself bound, you freed the two sons of Kuvera. See, here the thing is, Krishna was bound, but he is delivering somebody, some two souls who were bound to be trees. So you freed the two sons of Kuvera who are Nalakuvera and Manikriva, who had been cursed by Sri Narada Muni to live as twin Arjuna trees. And you also delivered them from the repeated cycle of birth and death within material existence. Furthermore, you made them the recipients of the highest form of bhakti to you by granting them prema bhakti. In the same way, please profusely bestow upon me prema bhakti for you. Okay, so in this case, he is asking for prema bhakti, which is fine. Kuvera is the treasure of the demigods and his two sons, because of their vast wealth, became intoxicated by pride. You know why? Because this Kuvera is the treasurer. He is the treasurer of the heaven. So actually, even it is said that Lord Balaji, when Lord Vishnu came as Balaji, so he apparently even got the loan from Kuvera. Such that much wealth he has. So now in this world also the same thing, because Kuvera was actually very close friend of Lord Shiva, and he did not have this kind of feeling of richness, but the sons had. That's why they got spoiled. In the same way, in this world also, this is what happens. When suppose somebody is really working very hard, they really get a lot of, they really earn a lot of money and then save. And most likely, not all the cases, most likely, some children will come and then they become really, really very bad. Very bad. They do all kinds of nonsense and all kinds of sinful actions, they really do. So here he's saying that, because of the vast wealth, became intoxicated by pride. So the scriptures describe 4 characteristics that intoxicate a man who possesses them. Great opulence and wealth is one of these. The other 3 are beauty, learning, and noble birth. Brahmana's family, being born in the family of Brahmana. And also one is really just, read all the Vedas and all the Upanishads left and right, and then they knew everything. And, see, because many people even, they really go and then try to memorize all the 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita. But what is there in Bhagavad Gita? Only different yogas. So many yogas actually, even though there are karma yoga, jnana yoga, and the bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga only introduction is there, but all the others are so many yogas and so many yogas there. So what is there in just just memorizing that? And then actually they have so many batches of Bhagavad Gita classes going on especially by these Mayavadis. What the Swami Vivekanandas, these and everything. But what good is that? And they cannot even to explain one simple thing, why Jiva has really have come to this world. Swami Vivekananda said, oh, that is a big question. I don't know what the reason is. This is how they are positioned, and they are calling themselves as jnanis. This is the problem. But anyway, so there are, scripture describe 4 characteristics. Great opulence and wealth. Opulence and wealth is one of them. Then beauty, learning, and noble birth. Being born in an aristocratic family is a big problem, disadvantage actually, because the pride is going to come. Anyway, a curse given by a saint is identical to his blessing. Both are meant for our ultimate benefit. But we cannot always understand this. Sri Narada Muni apparently cursed the sons of Kuvera. Because intoxicated by the pride of wealth, you have become so dull that you are acting like trees. So be it. Become trees. And the moment these words issued from Narada Muni's mouth, they just started, they seeing the changes, and finally they turned into trees. In the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj that time, that's the place where Krishna was supposed to be really appearing and all those. And now, when they all started crying, begged him to arrange for their deliverance, Sri Narada Muni then consoled. Curse is given. It cannot be taken out. But listen, at the end of the Dwapara Yuga, Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna will appear in Gokula and deliver you. So saying this, Sri Narada Muni left the place. And in fact, this Sunday, we will be covering that in detail in the Damodara Leela a little bit more. So, after tying Sri Krishna, Mother Yashoda returned to the house to churn yogurt. At that time, Sri Krishna recalled this incident and the statement made by his dear devotee Narada Muni. That was how he really pulled this out. So anyway, so here Satyavrata Muni is asking Krishna to give prema bhakti so that he can serve, and especially not only that, mainly he was asking for the vision to stay. Because if the prema bhakti is not there, then getting a vision of the Lord, what is the thing? It's like a picture. Prema bhakti is the only one which is really making you to really relish that. So that is basically the position of the Satyavrata Muni in this one. So all of our acharyas explain that if a sadhaka wants to attain this prema bhakti, he must always seek the association of those who have prema bhakti for Bhagavan in their heart. Actually, there is even Vritrasuras also. He apparently made prayer, which is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So he was also high. He said, "Oh Master, I do not want liberation. I am not concerned if I must repeatedly roam about in this vicious cycle of birth and death as a result of my actions." See, he's not asking for liberation. What is he praying? I pray for that wherever I go and in whichever species I take birth, may I maintain loving friendships with your dear devotees. So sadhu sangha, bhakta sangha, prema bhakti, bhakta sangha with those who have prema bhakti. So this is should be the only the hankering that the jiva should really have. Then they will be definitely are better off. And oh Master, I pray that I will not have to maintain any relation with those who are subjected to your illusory potency and so-called relations and everything, and are therefore attached to their bodies, homes and wives and children and families and others. Basically, one of the very first thing that we have to work on is to get delivered from the intense attachment with our family members. Because if we do not really take, if our heart is not really, detached from this, we are nowhere. We haven't even taken even a single step. This is the problem. So, a genuine sadhaka should aspire to have such lobha of intense greed for prema bhakti for Bhagavan only, and detach every attachment, anything, any relation with these mundane relations and friends and families and all those. But duty is there. You are doing only as a duty. But attachment is different. Duty is different. So anyway, these attainment, this prema bhakti that I need to have prema bhakti, so I need to really have sadhu sangha. This lobha can appear in anyone, in any stage of life. If raganuga bhakti, which is characterized by intense greed, arises in someone's heart, he becomes worshipful for the whole world. So, a raganuga bhakta is worshipable by the whole world, he is saying. Our Gurudev is saying, he is saying that. Furthermore, by his prema bhakti, he even brings Sri Krishna, who is unconquerable, under his control. Yes, so this is the level that most of the people will know this much. You get prema bhakti, you can even control Krishna. But the one I was talking last week, I didn't really think about, I didn't plan about really getting into that particular higher bhava is. You ask here now, did any gopi, of course including Radharani, ever ask Krishna that, oh, I need prema bhakti so that I can serve you? No. They did not ask anything. So here the question is asking. As soon as when we really come to that saying that I want a favor from Krishna, whatever it is, you are not the 100% pure. 100% pure means you are thinking only about how you really, you can make Krishna happy. Whatever I am doing every day I am doing this and this and this, everything. You have to ask everything. When you are eating also, when you are taking prasadam, when you are honoring prasadam also, is it really going to make Krishna happy? Huh? Is really going to take, okay, how I can make Krishna happy by doing this, doing that, doing this. This should be the only way. That's what the gopis bhava. Because there are two things. People are talking about gopi bhava everywhere. So many panda, so many so-called, the Babajis there in Radha Kund, they are all talking about this, Gopi Baba. There are two things. There is one is Gopi Deha, other one is Gopi Baba. Take for example, even the first Vaishnava, Lord Shiva, he wanted to become a Gopi and then see the part of the rasa dance. He wanted to really see how the rasa dance is. But he was given Gopi Deha by Paurnamasi by dipping in the what is the Kusma Saravara or something or maybe somewhere he
Brahmakunda.
Huh?
Brahmakunda.
Brahmakunda, correct. So he was dipping there, and then he got the Gopi Deha. But my question is, did he get Gopi Baba? No. Because that was the reason when Lord Shiva entered into the arena of this rasa dance, he was beaten. Because he or in the form of Gopishwara Mahadev, right? Gopi. So because she did not have the Gopi Baba, the whole Rasa Leela stopped. Because his mood, which is not Gopi Baba, that vibration spoiled the mood of the gopis who are just part of the Rasa dance. Everything stopped. Then the gopis were actually thinking somebody has entered here with not the right mood. And then finally gopis saw these Lord Shiva standing as gopis or Mahadeva and asked questions one after another. Who are you? Who is your husband? Who is your father? Who is your mother? Where did you marry? Where are you living? These etc. etc. Of course, he could not answer anything, so they started beating his cheek, and his cheek was really swelling so much, and he started crying, and then finally Paurnamasi had to really come and then no, please do not really. So there was a big scene. Finally, the Krishna also came and then said, "Oh, this is Mahadev, what makes you to really come here? Okay, I am going to give you a position where you really guard this whole Vrindavan. Without your permission, nobody can get into Vrindavan. Same way, without the Gopishwara Mahadeva's permission and blessing, nobody can get into Golaka Vrindavan also. In the spiritual dimension I am talking about. Yeah, now they cannot go. So anyway, but he was not allowed to participate in the Rasa dance, period. Why? Because Lord Shiva had Gopi Deha, but not Gopi Baba. Gopi Baba is not easy. Gopi Baba is not asking for anything because Lord Shiva wanted to just see the Rasa dance and be part of it. So Gopi Deha was given, but no use. He was only beaten up. You have to understand what I am really taking in the line of what our Gurudev's mood. Even the big other people will be also teaching you only. Yeah, you ask for Prema Bhakti. You ask for Prema. What I am telling is, that means you are asking for a favor from Krishna. That means you are giving importance to you. Something or other. Of course, the intention is to really serve Krishna. But it's not pure because of that small personal favor that you are asking for. And many even have, attachments of, marrying Krishna. Oh, I belong to Krishna, then I want to... Like Goda Alvar. There is a problem there. You are expecting something from. No. That is why gopis are the most pure, which people cannot understand. People think that, they know, Gopi Baba, like Gopi. No, it is very difficult to understand. Very difficult to understand. And of all the gopis, the pinnacle is Radharani. Because Radharani cannot even afford to be away from Krishna's and then, for even a fraction of a second. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he really came, Krishna came inside as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was saying, Nimishena, even one moment becomes like yugas for me. He's expressing the mood of Radharani. In fact, I was reading this Prema Samhita yesterday. Prema Samhita. And also the Chandrika, what is that called? Chamatkara something.
Chamatkara
Chandrika. There are four stories that also. But it is very high. How can we really give it through the Zoom? This is the thing. Anyway, Damodarashtakam is okay. We can actually read that, no problem. So now we are coming to the last verse, which is Okay, let me see where I can. Yeah, okay, there you go. I'll put me there. Namaste Studamne Spura Dipdidamne Tvadiyodaraya Vitsvasya Damne Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Dupyam. So, eventually we are just touching the glory of Radharani. So this is the last one where he is concluding the 8th verse. Nama, respectful obeisance. They, you, astu, let it be so. Where, for whom he is giving respectful obeisance? Damne. To the celebrated rope that was used to bind your belly. Oh, splendorous Purat, Deepti Damne, and abode of the spiritual effulgence, Tvadiya Udaraya, and your belly. Ata, furthermore, Viswasya, of the entire universe of moving and non-moving entities, where are they? In your stomach, in the Damne. Your Damne, your Dam is supporting everything. Oh, for you, the Namaha. But now the Namaha is actually going to somebody else too. Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye, unto your most beloved Priyaye. Tvadiya Priyaye, your most beloved is Radhikaye. Namaha. He is giving obeisance. And also you are giving, because then as soon as Radharani is coming into picture, the Leelas, the real Leelas are actually coming, because all the other Leelas are the other Leelas. But those Leelas that Lord Krishna is performing with Srimati Radharani is very special. That there is no beginning, there is no ending. Ananda Leelaya. Unlimited pastimes. Oh Deva, oh Lord, to you. Dupyam. Dupyam what? Namaha. Yes. Oh Damodara, I offer my respectful obeisances to the celebrated rope binding your belly. Actually, this name Damodara, when you come, I'll tell you. Actually, you know Damodara Bilovu, who is the president of our temple. He had an old name given by his whoever it was, as Dwadasi. I said, Dwadasi? At least Ekadasi is okay. Oh, Dwadasi and also, what kind of people, you are getting these kind of names? Lord has so many sweet names. Why are you not giving those kind of highly devotional and mellowful names, such as this Damodara? What kind of these things coming? This verse is basically the pinnacle of this whole Damodarashtakam. And Damodara is more merciful than Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, as in his form, as in the eternal spiritual, where that Goloka Vrindavan. Damodara is very, very special. And why he is called Damodara means this is the verse which is really important for our Gaudiya Sampradaya. What is that? That the binding of Damodara, Yashoda had to use a rope to bind. And that also, it had problem two finger shot, it had a problem. So then he had to pray to Lord Narayana to really, permit her to really bind, and then the Lord himself was. Then that's the second inch that he really came down, and then he could bind. But no. This rope is not necessary for Radharani. Radharani can bind just by just a side glance. That's all it is. Our Gurudev is really writing something. Hopefully, we'll be able to hit that particular paragraph. Anyways, what the meaning is, oh Damodara, I offer my respectful obeisances to the celebrated robe binding your belly, for it is an abode of brilliant effulgence. So everything is there. All the Brahmandas, everything is eventually residing in his stomach. When he really manifests as Mahavishnu. So which supports the entire universe of moving and non-moving entities. I offer my respectful obeisances again and again to Srimati Radhika. Why? Because she is your most beloved. And I offer my respectful obeisances to you, my divine Lord, who performs unlimited transcendental pastimes. So with this, I will go straight to our Gurudev's teaching, because we don't have time for going through all those, because today we want to really finish this up. There you go. Okay, let us see as much we can do. As Sri Satyavrata Muni was offering prayers to Sri Damodara Krishna, he considered, in order to please Sri Damodara Krishna, I must first please his associates, and especially his most beloved Srimati Radhika. But there is a catch there too. How can one directly make Srimati Radhika pleased? That means her associates should be pleased. This is why when we go to Vrindavan Parikrama, our focus was to really visit Ashtasakis. Ashtasakis places. Because this is how, because when, of course, why? It's not that, because it's not intentionally that, by pleasing that, then Srimati Radhika is going to be, no, not like that. It's part of the whole feeling. Her associate also has to be pleased. So Srimati Radhika, if we please her, then he is saying, I will easily attain the mercy of Sri Damodara Krishna. So that means here there is a little problem here. It may be my problem. He is still asking for something. So mercy from Damodara. So with this consideration in mind, the sage proceeded to offer his respect to Srimati Radhika with the words, Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye. Tvadiya means, oh Krishna, your Priyaye is your Radhika. That Radhika, I am giving Namo, I am giving my obeisances. Because in the fifth verse, in the course of the Sri Satyavrata Muni's prayer, we notice an escalation in his mood of deep longing. Remember, he started with actually opulence. So like a Dasya, he is going from all the way from then, he is actually elevating and elevating his Sai Baba. We understand is actually mainly the Vatsalya. But then he is also touching the glory of Srimati Radharani to some extent only. To some extent only, because she is beloved of you, and then I am praying her also. But our Gurudev gives Sambandha in a different way. Our Gurudev Sambandha is different. We do not have direct Sambandha to Krishna. See, because he is going through this Bala Gopala Leela, so his object of worship was Bala Gopal. That's why he is asking for darshan of Bala Gopal, not of Radharani. So now how Srimati Radharani is coming into picture here is indirectly going. That means Krishna's beloved is Radharani. So I am giving, because why? That way I can get mercy from her, because she's associate or she is most beloved, so that, I can get darshan. You should not even ask for it. This is, I think probably it may be my problem. I don't know. Gurudev's mood is different. You should not ask for anything. As I mentioned, the one and only thing, don't even worry about what is prema. You have nothing to do with that. Prema is not something that we can order from Amazon.com. It is not something that we can actually just ask for it and then get it. That is different. It has a different characteristics. There is a different way. And in fact, the purest form is don't ask for it. Only thing is your attitude should be in our life, in my life. It doesn't matter what I am. Anything, any form doesn't matter. My entire all, even including even a microsecond of every moment, should be engaged in such a way that should make Krishna happy. But especially that will make Radharani happy. See, this is the things that is going on. But meanwhile, as far as our Gurudev, the way Sambandha is given by our Gurudev is concerned, how we are related? We are not directly connected to Krishna as here Satyavrata Muni is really going for. No. Our relation is only the eternal servant of Radharani. That means the servant of our Gurudev, who is connecting to Radharani. And how is Krishna related to us? Oh, my Swamini, my Gurudev is, Supreme Gurudev is Radharani. And Krishna happened to be connected to Radharani. So, very highest form is to really make Radharani happy. But Radharani will be happy only when we will make Krishna happy. So this is how we have to position this thing. Yes, we have to glorify, we have to always, we have to really see all the thing, whatever that makes Krishna happy, that's true. Because indirectly that will make Radharani happy. And when we try to go, Radharani, I want to really make you happy like that. No, wrong approach. She does not like to be served like that. No. She needs a service only to serve Krishna only, because Radharani is teaching all the maidservants how they can serve Krishna, to become happy. So this is how the whole thing is very intricate, not like just like that. You read so many intricacies are there in this stuff. So that is why in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, where Rupa Goswami is saying Krishnam smaran janam chasya prestam nija samihitam tattat kadarata chaso kuryat vasam braje sada. The devotee should constantly remember making Krishna happy. And so in this case, how Krishna is going to be happy? He is going to be happy along with his dearmost associates, whom, because, so here what it's saying is, you have to follow those who are the dearmost associates of Krishna. That is Radharani and the gopis and all those manjaris, who that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought, many of them, several of them. And how our devotion should be, how our service should be, service to Krishna should be. We have to live in Praja. And we should also live in Praja, but not get into the politics and all those things, Pandadis and everything. No. You have to be attached to the hearing of the narration of the pastimes of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna means all with his associates from a Raganuga Bhakta. So that is why our Gurudev is now giving the thing. The methodology of Raganuga Bhakti is as follows. The devotee should remember his beloved, worshipful Lord, the youthful Nandanandana Sri Krishna and the associates, and the most important, the Lord's associates such as Rupa Manjari and all those who possess the mood that the devotee aspires for. Okay, this is the thing. Because this is Siddha, so if you see that, Krishnam Smaran Janam Chasya Presta, okay, there is another sloka. So another sloka is actually talking about, depending on the mood of, what one wants to really do service to this Radha Krishna Yugala, you have to follow that particular personality. Okay, see, because Lalita Devis, Vishaka Devis, and Tungavidya, Sambhakalata, like that, everybody, there are so many associates, and also Manjaris, Raji Manjari, Rupa Manjari, Nayana Manjari, so many Manjaris are there. So that Jiva will particularly will like a particular, personality to be very favorite. That is personal. That thing is coming because of coming from the Siddha Deha. So that is what is called the Seva Sadhaka Rupena Siddha Rupena Chatrahi. This is also Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. What he's saying is, externally you are actually following all this, so that kind of a Vaidhi Bhakti, but internally your Siddha Rupena you really get attached to and follow that particular associates or the devotee of Krishna, whatever. So that is what we should be really doing when we do the sadhana, our sadhana. So these pastime places of Sri Krishna, because we saw that we have to live in the pastime places such as Vrindavan, Govardhana, Radhakunda, and so on, which are saturated with the particular humors of those pastimes. These pastime places of Sri Krishna are enriched with the Brajavasi's love, especially Sringara Rasa, Kanjigal love. So moreover, they act as stimulus to evoke a sadhaka's emotions in his own specific mood. It's called Rasa Udipaka. And that way, the remembrance of Krishna's pastime will be steadily there. It's called Leela Udipaka. Therefore, it is prescribed that if possible, one should physically reside in the places such as Sri Vrindavana. Because mentally staying is only secondary. You see, but if it is not possible for him to reside there physically, he should always reside there by mind. So the mind anyway has to be really completely given to this way, engaged in this Manasa Seva all the time. That should be always going on. But where are you doing this? You are doing in Vrindavan, or you are doing in some place where you are trying to really imagine that you are in Vrindavan. But it has its own degree. So, but even though desiring to obtain their particular bhava, he should closely follow the footsteps of a particular associate in Braja. Under their guidance, he should engage in service both in his external and as a sadhaka, and internally with the perfect spiritual body. In what? That is a sadhana. That is a manasa seva. Wherever you are, you have to do that. But if you do it in Vrindavan, in Braja, then that is the topmost. So that's why in the paragraph our Gurudev is saying this Manasa Seva is very important. The devotee should mentally serve Sri Krishna Manasi Seva in the way that he most cherishes in his internally conceived perfected spiritual body, which is Siddha Rupa, which is perfectly suited for rendering such service. Suppose somebody is interested more in making prasadam, cooking, then you can really automatically will have attached to those gopis who really do this seva. And those who really very good in gardenings and things like that, gardening, then of course then you will get attached to certain gopis who really take care of that those kind of seva. Everybody is serving only for Krishna, but indirectly through Radharani's supervision. So without Radharani's supervision, they won't even do anything of their own in the sense. If Radharani says something and Krishna says something else, they will listen only Radharani. So they give more importance to Radharani because Radharani is in control of Krishna. So there are a lot of intricacies are there. So depending on, suppose the Manasa Seva should be really done in such a way according to the Siddha Deha, such as maybe then automatically you will be inclined to be really following the footstep of Lalita Devi or Vishaka Devi. And of the manjaris like Rupa Manjari, Raji Manjari, etc. But with his physical body, he has to do the sadhana. That is what is in the verse, it is coming as sadhaka rupena. Seva sadhaka rupena, sitta rupena chatrahi. So externally you are doing the sadhana, that is seeing as a Vaiti Bhakti. But he is not a Vaiti Bhakta. Everybody has to really come to the stage. Even though even Raganuga Bhakti is not going to manifest just like that, probably for most of the cases, no. It will slowly come and then the Siddhadeha takes control completely and then Vaiti Bhakti stops. Like our Vamana Maharaj that I was talking about these 2 classes back. Because he got so immersed into Siddhadeha and then all this Manasa Seva. According to his Siddha Rupa, externally everything stopped. He even stopped even attending this Mangalarati. Nothing. He even stopped like taking prasadam. He stopped everything. That is the Raganuga level. But the thing is, we should not be really foolishly propagating that anybody can, come there. I will try. Okay, all by batch number 43 for Raganuga Bhakti. This is utterly wrong. Somebody asked me how to become a Raganuga Bhakti, Raganuga. That is not a good question at all. It is not something how can we become. If you are not a Raganuga in your soul, you are not a Raganuga. That's it. There is nothing like you take training and then become Raganuga. It doesn't really come by preaching. No, it's not possible. That means you have no idea what is Raganuga. Everybody is saying Raganuga. Oh, I also want to jump in the wagon of Raganuga. No way, you are fooling yourself. Raganuga is supposed to be only individual based, one-on-one with the Raganuga Guru. Because very first thing, somebody was asking, what is the thing that I need to become a Raganuga? First of all, your Guru has to be a Raganuga Guru. Otherwise, you can never get it. How can you get it? It's impossible. He doesn't have it. How can you get it? So anyway, Raganuga is not easy to understand, and we should not really making fun, making ourselves fool by calling others to and taking it's a Raganuga class or Raganuga class. No, Raganuga is heart to heart with the Guru. So it is not really produced as mass production. Let me stop this. Otherwise, this is the problem. Okay, all right. Oh, time is also running out. But I wanted to cover something sweet from our Gurudev. Okay, but anyway, I'm skipping few things here. Near the very end of this Ashtaka, the sage pays his obeisances to Sri Radhika. Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai. Who is Radhika? It is said. Krishna Vancha Purti Rupa Kare Aradhane. Atayeva Radhika Nama Purane Vakane. Because she worships Sri Krishna by fulfilling all his desires, she has been called Radhika in all the Puranas. Radha Krishna Eka Atma Tui Dekha Tari Aniyone Vilas Rasa Asvadana Kori. Sri Radha Krishna are one in soul, one soul. But they have manifested into 2 forms just to release each other's love by performing various sweet pastimes. So this is why Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakura when glorifying Sri Radharani in the Sri Radha Rasa Sudha Nidhi, is saying, I offer my obeisances to even the direction facing the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, who is Sri Radhika. She completely captivates the heart of Madhusudana Sri Krishna, the performer of honey-like pastimes, whom the greatest yogis rarely attain. When a gentle gust of wind playfully touches her cloth and carries its sweet fragrance towards Krishna, and touches his body, he embraces it to his heart and feels that his life has become blessedly fulfilled. This is Gloria Radharani. And Satyavrata Muni is just only touching to give his obeisance to such a great, we don't know what to say, is exalted Radharani, who controls Krishna. Okay, so with that, we will conclude here. I don't know what. Okay, so we'll just end with just glorifying Gurudev, because today is the end of the Kartik. So I will just sing this one and then. Arati Yuga Guru Narayana Ki, Arati Yuga Guru Narayana Ki, Arati Arati Mangala Murati, Arati Arati Mangala Murati, Arati Yuga Guru Narayana Ki. Janma Marana Samutra Nihandi, Janma Marana Samutra Nihandi, Jayati Jayati Jagadguru Jayati, Jayati Jayati Jagadguru Jayati, Ragavati Jagadau Dadati, Ragavati Jagatau Dadati, Ramana Manjari Radhika Dasi, Ramana Manjari Radhika Dasi, Arati Yuga Guru Narayana Ki, Arati Yuga Guru Narayana Ki. Devari Pura Arbuda Janani, Devari Pura Arbuda Janani, Triloka Maha Bhagavataki, Triloka Maha Bhagavataki, Dayala Rupa Ramana Sundari, Dayala Rupa Ramana Sundari, Durlabarada Dasyam Dadati, Durlabarada Dasyam Dadati, Arati Yuga Guru Narayana Ki, Arati Yuga Guru Narayana Ki. Mahaprabhu Gana Parsada Vasati, Mahaprabhu Gana Parsada Vasati, Mahamandra Rasa Vilasini, Mahamandra Rasa Vilasini, Amrita Vaniya Madhurya Premi, Amrita Vaniya Madhurya Premi, Ananda Rasika Guru Jana Kridati, Ananda Rasika Guru Jana Kridati, Arati Yuga Guru Narayana Ki, Arati Yuga Guru Narayana Ki. All glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Parambara, all glories to assembled devotees, and especially today, by at least hearing something from what Gurudev has really written on this Damodarashtakam, we are so fortunate to really go over some of them, very little only, not much. So by doing this, we make Krishna happy, because our only one and only only goal in life is to make Radha Krishna Yugala always happily together. And when Radharani cries, because when Krishna is not around, we cry with her. And if they are happy, we are happy. So we have to embed ourselves, embellish ourselves, completely absorb, put every whole soul in only with them all the time, with them serving and to make them always happy. Okay, Vanja Kalpa Tarupchacha, Kripa Sindhu Pevacha, Paditanam Pavane Pio, Vaishnave Pio, Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, any questions?